So we've had our hands on BattleBit Remastered for a while now, and with new updates and players, I wanted to tell you guys some tips and tricks that are hopefully timeless, and making tips for beginners seem like an easier way to do that. Even with the short amount of time we've had with BattleBit, there's been a good amount of game-changing updates. One of the bigger ones was making it so every class can heal themselves, but the medic still does it the best. If you want to level up the fastest, then I'd say use the medic. Whether teammates can heal themselves or not, it's still a good consistent way of getting XP without needing to get kills. Not to mention that the medics get more bandages and can heal faster. You'll want to find that balance with getting kills and healing yourself and teammates. Maybe even find that balance between using medic and the other classes, like spawning as an engineer to blow up an enemy vehicle, then changing back to a medic.
What?
But let's just say you don't want to be a good person and heal people. At the end of the day, play whichever class you perform the best with because you get a good amount of XP if you play your role correctly. It just so happens that medic is the best and easiest class for leveling up. And something that goes hand in hand with the medic class is knowing to drag your teammates' dead bodies. This one is pretty simple, but you can drag your teammates' dead body to revive them in a safer spot. But the real tip is that you could keybind drag and revive to the same key so you could do both at the same time. It can save some time and it's easier than pressing drag and revive at the same time. You can also drag and steal the revive from other teammates if you need the points that badly. You greedy piece of shit. This next one was extremely underrated when the game first came out and people are picking up on it, but it can still be pretty underrated. I'm talking about the building system in BattleBit. There has been so many situations where building saved my life or helped me get a kill. You basically have a free head glitch in the back of your pocket. Now, I'm not trying to encourage the Fortnite pros, but building that concrete wall is the fastest way to get instant cover, especially if you react fast enough. Not to mention the support class can build anything instantly. You can also just make open areas a lot safer, and trust me, you'll feel good when your teammates are using your walls for cover. There's a lot of little things to learn when it comes to the building, so just get used to it and try to use it when you can. You can start out by using it to get to different areas, then eventually start using it to help you in gunfights. Now, if you actually want to get better at this game, there's a bunch of little things you need to learn to thrive in this fast-paced and big environment. A lot of these skills come from games like Battlefield, so the more experience you have in massive multiplayer shooters and tactical games, the better. There's a certain way of handling games like this. Even the way you run around the map and where you spawn can make a huge difference. If you have an SMG, you probably shouldn't spawn on your friendly sniper who's in the back of the map, and if you're a sniper, you might not want to spawn on your teammate who's going Rambo on the objective. Just try to be ready whenever you spawn in. Speaking of that, make sure you keep your head on a swivel the best you can. With so many players, you should expect an enemy around every corner, or at least try to have a good reaction time and be ready. Even though there's so many players, the maps are big and you don't want to spawn across the map away from all the action. I just recommend playing the damn objective. If you're struggling with that, spawn in a vehicle or at least make your way towards the objective. Flank if you have to, and remember, if you're ever in a situation where you need it, you can just respawn. Now with the fifth and final tip, let's talk weaponry. The Vector was easily the most broken gun when this game first came out, but it got nerfed, so what should new players use or grind for? Well, for starters, I think the M4A1 is a good weapon to start with. Get some attachments to make it even more consistent. It's a nice gun to use while you're getting comfortable with everything. After a while, I think the Scar has some really nice damage if that's your type of gun. The Graza is also a good gun that doesn't take too long to get. But at the higher levels, and what you really want is the best of the best. I'm talking the P90, the FAL, and even the Vector. These guns are so good and at such a high level that I don't even have most of them yet. Like, I've seen and heard how good the Scorpion Evo is, but it's one of the last guns you unlock. I only know how OP the Vector was at launch, but even the Vector is still good at close range. For longer ranges, I think the M200 is what you're looking for. If I'm wrong, then it's the MSR. Either way, you should have an idea of the better guns you're looking for. Make sure to keep up with the meta as BattleBit gets new updates and do your own research. But there you guys have it, 5 tips for beginner BattleBit players. These are the type of tips that are more useful the newer you are to the game. Even if you're not that new, I hope you found anything useful. It can be easy to forget something that might seem obvious, or it can help to get a reminder. If you did find any of these tips useful, then I'd definitely appreciate a like. I don't normally do tips and tricks videos, but I think I should, and let me know if you think so too. I normally make reviews, but this seems like a good way to switch it up. If you like the sound of that, then you should think about subscribing. I try to keep things simple and useful on my channel. If you thought there's anything worth correcting or adding, then drop a comment down below. You never know which one of these tips gets outdated, so be sure to check the comments. You could check on the screen for some of my other videos, including my BattleBit review. I tried making this tips and tricks video fast and efficient compared to my longer in-depth reviews. It was fun doing something different and easier to make. I deserve a damn break, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
Let me go!